Hello everyone, so today we are going to proceed with our new lesson about the inequalities into variable. So our previous lesson is about the inequalities in one variable. Tama ba? So wherein we encountered the linear inequality and quadratic inequality. So this lesson is just an easy na lang sa inyo. Okay? Since meron na kayong background about the okay. So our objectives today is to solve the quadratic inequalities in two variables and determine the region of solutions for a linear or quadratic inequality in two variables. Pero dito, ang focus lang natin is yung linear inequalities in two variable. Then the next part yung quadratic inequality. Now, kapag sinabi nating linear inequality in two variable, it is a first degree polynomial wherein the symbols that is being used is or are the inequality symbol. And this can be written in different forms. This can be written as ax plus by greater than c or less than c greater than or equal to c or less than or equal to c. It should be c. Then wherein yung bawat coefficients ng ating terms sa ating polynomials are real numbers. And your a and b should not be equal to 0. And the x and y represent the variables. And they are written in a standard form. So standard form yung tawag natin dito. Now, these are the examples of a linear inequality into variables. We have x plus y greater than 3. So, as you can see, dalawa yung variable na nakikita natin dito. We have an x and we have a y and we use an inequality symbol. So, kaya siya nasabi natin na linear inequality into variable. Next is 2x minus y less than or equal to 6. So, same pa din. Two variable x and y and use a symbol of inequality symbol less than or equal to. Then x plus 4y less than 8 and 5x minus 3y, it should be 3y greater than or equal to 15. And so now, before we proceed with solving and graphing the linear inequality, let us try to solve this one. 4x plus 3y less than 12. Let's determine whether this ordered pair will satisfy our inequality. So if we have an ordered pair 0, 3, our 0 represent our x and our 3 represent our y. So all we have to do is to substitute these points on your inequality. So that is 4 times 0 plus 3 times 3 less than 12. Okay, so yung x natin is 0, y is 3. So 4 times 0 is 0, 3 times 3 is 9. Is 9 less than 12 true or false? So that is true. Okay, next. Y is greater than or equal to 3x minus 2. So, again, this will represent your x and this will represent your y. So, you will have negative 2 less than or equal to 3 times 1 minus 2. So, pinalitan lang natin, this is our y and this is our x. So, dito yan ang galing. Then simplify. So negative 2 greater than or equal to 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 minus 2 is 1. So is negative 2 less than 1? Okay, definitely that is false. Next, number 3. X minus 3y greater than or equal to 15. So this will represent your x and this is your y. Okay, so that will becomes 0 minus 3 times negative 5 greater than or equal to 15. So, this is 0. The negative 3 times negative 5 is 15 greater than or equal to 15. That is true. Okay, they are equal. So, may equality din yung symbol na to since that the symbol that is used is greater than or equal to. Next, number 4, y is less than 3x minus 8. So, this is your x, this is your y. So, that will become negative 2 less than 3 times 2 minus 8. Then, we simplify. 3 times 2 is 6. Then, 6 minus 8 is negative 2. So, is negative 2 less than negative 2? Okay, that is false. So, equal sila. So, dapat may equality yung symbol na to. Kaso wala, kaya siya false. So, I hope malinaw ito yung pagdetermine whether the given ordered pair is a solution or not to the given inequality. Okay? These are the steps in graphing the linear inequality into variables. Step 1, you have to convert the linear inequality into the slope-intercept form. Ano ba ibig sabihin? Ano ba yung slope-intercept form natin? The slope-intercept form is written as y is equal to mx plus b, wherein yung m represent the slope. And kapag sinabi nating slope that measures the steepness of a line, or yung tinatawag nating rise over run. Sa rise over run, kapag positive siya, it goes up. Okay? Or it will move upward. Okay? Kapag negative yung sign ng numerator natin, it will move downward. Okay? Then kapag run naman, if the sign is positive, you're going to move to the right. Then kapag ang sign is left, you are going to move, when the sign is negative, you are going to move to the left. Then our B represent the y-intercept. Kapag sinabi nating y-intercept, ito yung point na natatamaan sa y-axis natin. And we let x is equal to 0 pagdating kay y-intercept. Kaya sa y-intercept natin, lagi siyang ordered pair. 0 times, 0, comma, yung value ng b natin dito. Okay, so that represents the y-intercept. Now, ang kailangan nyo lang naman kasi dito, yung y-intercept tsaka yung slope para ma-graph nyo yung linear inequality into variables. Okay? Now, may condition tayo pagdating sa line, sa boundary line. You are going to make a solid line kapag ang symbol na ginamit is greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. Then, gagamit naman tayo ng dash line kapag ang symbol na ginamit is greater than or less than. Ano yung solid line? So, yan, that is solid kasi straight siya. Or, hindi siya, ang tawag dito? Putol-putol. Then, yung dash line naman, oops. Sige, this is the solid line. Then, yung dash line is this one. And broken line. So, that is a dash line. Then, step 4, mag-shade naman tayo. Ngayon, ano yung shadean natin? Whether it is an above or below the boundary line. Kapag above the boundary line, ang ginagamit mo dyan is greater than or greater than or equal to, parehong greater than. Kapag below naman, yung less than and less than or equal to. Okay? So, yun yung reference natin. And, check by testing point on the shaded region. Itong testing point, ang point na ginagamit natin is always the 0, 0. Okay? Kapag nag-true yung 0, 0, ibig sabihin, kung nasan si 0, 0, dun ka mag-shade. Kapag nag-false naman, sa kabilang part naman siya. Or, i-check lang natin kung nasa-satisfy niya ba yung graph natin ng inequality. Let's have an example. Y is less than to 3x plus 5. Okay, so, based on number 1, as we observe, it is already written in a standard form. Tama ba? Which is yung y is equal to mx plus b. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin siya i-convert. Now, anong value, kailangan nyo makuha anong value ng slope or yung m natin, yung y-intercept, yung boundary line, and yung region of solution. Okay, ano yung slope natin dito based on the given na number 1? Okay, that is 3. Whole number siya. And sa whole number, kapag ang slope mo is a whole number, 3, automatic meron yung denominator na 1 na di lang natin nilalagay. So, ibig sabihin, sa rise mo, positive 3, then yung run mo, positive 1. Okay? Next, sa y-intercept, sabi natin kanina, we let x to 0. So, that is 0, yung b natin dito, which is 5. Then, the boundary line, whether it is a dashed line or a solid line. Since gumamit ka ng less than na symbol dito, so, ang gagamitin natin is dashed line. Then, yung region of solution, since less than siya, ang merong shade is below. Okay? So, kunwari, ito na yung pinaka-graph niya. Okay, so, we have 1, 2. So, you're going to draw a Cartesian plane. 4, 5, 6. Wait, layusin ko lang. Okay, plot natin si 0, 5. So, si 0, 5, that is located here. Yan yung ating, ang tawag dito, y-intercept. Yan yung una nyo ipa-plot. Then, yung slope natin, sabi natin, ito yun kapag whole number. So, mag-move ka upward ng 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then, to the right ng isa kasi positive 1 yun. So, dito siya. Okay. Then, after nyan, we're going to make a line connecting this point. Okay, yung y-intercept natin, then yung another point na ginamit natin yung slope. Sabi natin, ang gagamitin natin dash line. So, putol-putol dapat yan or broken line. Next, ano ang shashadan nyo? Sabi nyo dito, below because the symbol is less than. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung may shade. Okay. Now, yung step 5 natin, we're going to test 0, 0, whether it is a solution or not. Since tumama siya sa 0, 0, yung solution natin, so dapat magtutrue siya. Okay. So, your 0 is x and your y is 0. So, using y is less than of 3x plus 5. So, dito nang galing yun. Dito nang galing sa given. So, y mo 0 less than of 3 times 0 plus 5. So, that is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Then, 5. So, is 0 less than 5? True or false? Okay, that is true. So, ibig sabihin, it satisfies our graph of linear inequality. Ay, malinaw ba? So, yun lang yung step by step sa pag-solve nitong linear inequality into variable. Okay, so please take a screenshot. Then, I'm going to erase the illustration or the annotation. And for more accuracy, ito yung kanyang graph. Oops, yan. So, slope is 3, 5, 0, dash line below the line. So, yan. So, you may use pencil sa pag-shade or other color of pen. Okay. Next, let's try this number 2. Okay, we have 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to 12. So, as you can see, hindi pa siya nakasulat in a form of y is equal to mx plus b. So, dapat gagawin natin siyang ganito yung itsura niya. Paano natin gagawin yon? Okay, all we have to do, kailangan sa left side, y lang ang matira. Okay, so matitira dito, let's say 3y. Then, ililipat natin yung 2x to the other side. Okay, so greater than or equal to 12. Then, kapag nilipat si 2x, will become minus 2x. Then, may 3 pa dito. So, we're going to divide both side by 3. So, your y is greater than or equal to 12 divides 3 is 4. Negative 2 over 3. That is negative 2 over 3x. Then, isusulat na lang natin siya ng nakaganitong form. So, that is y greater than or equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 4. In-arrange lang natin tong dalawa. Okay. Pwede naman, yung paglipat nyo dito sa 2x, sa harap nyo siya ilagay. Okay. Para din nyo na siya i-arrange. Next, so kapag meron ka ng ganyan, you can easily identify which one is the slope. Okay? So, ano yung slope mo dito? Okay, yung m natin. So, that is negative 2 over 3. How about the y-intercept? Okay, the y-intercept is you let x to 0, then copy your b is 4. Then, yung line natin or yung boundary line is okay, solid or dashed. Okay, solid line. Then, yung solution natin, is it below or above? Since greater than ang ginamit, so that is above the boundary line. And after that, pwede na natin siyang i-graph. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay na yan. So, locate muna natin yung y-intercept natin na 0, 4. So, the 0, 4 is located here. Then, mag-move ka based on your slope. So, negative 2 yon. So, move ka ng downward, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, downward ng 2, then 3 to the right. So, we have 1, 2, 3. So, nandito yan. Then, sabi natin, ang gagamitin nating line is a very good solid line. So, pagkakonikin lang natin to. Yan, solid line yan. Then, ano yung meron solution or alin yung may shade dito? Sabi natin, is above because of the symbol greater than. So, ang above niyan is this one. So, yan yung may graph sa kanya. Okay, so malinaw ba? Yan. Okay, I think we have to test yung 0, 0 as the last step to verify if masasatisfy niya yung graph natin. So, using the 0, 0. So, ito yun, diba? So, nasan si 0, 0? Outside the solution. So, ibig sabihin, dapat ang maging result nito is false. So, ang gagamitin natin is, pwede namang ito, or kaya yung bagong equation. Ito na lang. Okay? So, y is greater than or equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 4. So, y is 0 greater than or equal to negative 2 times 3 times 0 plus 4. So, negative 2 thirds times 0 is 0. Okay? Then, matitira na lang is 4. So, 0 is greater than or equal to 4. True or false? Okay, false yan. So, nag-false siya. So, therefore, nasatisfy niya yung graph natin dito. So, any points dito, magpo-false yan. You may try negative 1, 2, negative 3, 2, negative 5, 3. As long as outside the solution, magpo-false siya. Pero yung mga point naman inside the solution, magto-true siya. Okay? So, ginagamit lang natin yung 0, 0. Kasi yung pinakamadaling i-substitute mo sa inequality mo or sa equation mo. Okay? So, yan. Picturean nyo muna. Let's proceed with number 3. Our last example. Okay, number 3. 3x minus 5y greater than 15. So, ganun ulit. Gagawin natin siyang similar with the slope-intercept form. So, transpose 3x, so that will become negative 5y greater than, then magiging negative 3x plus 15. Then, divide both side by negative 5. Now, kapag nag-divide ka ng negative number sa inequality, nag-change yung direction yan. So, from greater than, magiging less than. Okay, so makakancel to. Matitira is y. Then, negative 3x over negative 5. Kapag sinimplify natin yan, that will become 3 over 5x. Then, 15 divides negative 5 is negative 3. And so, after that, you can write your slope. Your slope is 3 over 5. Y-intercept is, so this is negative 3, so that is 0, negative 3. Then, yung line natin, since greater than, ito na pala yung titingnan natin, itong bago. Okay? Less than. So, that is dashed line. Then, yung solution natin is below or above. Okay, since less than ang ginamit, below. And then, you may start graphing that one. Ayan, dapat meron tong value ha. So, estimate na lang natin. So, nasan ba si 0, negative 3? So, let's assume na nandito yon. This is 0, negative 3. Then, ang slope niya is 3, 5. So, mag-move ka ng upwards ng 3. 3 over 5. So, that is 3, 1, 2, 3. Then, to the right ng 5. So, 1, 2, wait lang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, dito. Then, pag-connectin, gamit ang dashed line. Then, ano ang shade-shadan? So, ang ginamit dito, less than, so yung below. Okay? So, yan. That's for the graphing the linear inequalities in two variable. Okay, let's test yung 0, 0. Ito lagi ko nakalimutan. Pero kasi, once sinunod nyo lang tong part na to, automatic, tama na kayo dyan. Okay, pero if you want to be assured with your answer, so test yung 0, 0. So, using this one, yung y less than to 3 over 5x minus 3. So, substitute 0. 0 is less than to 3 over 5 times 0 minus 3. So, 3 over 5 times 0 is 0. So, 0 is less than to negative 3. Wait lang. Bakit siya nag-false? Zero is less than negative 3. No, it should be greater than. Try nga natin dito. 3 times 0 minus 5 times 0 greater than 15. So, 0 is greater than 15. False. Dapat sa taas to. Or check na natin number 3. Wala dito yung graph niya. Check sa nagkamali. 3x minus 5y greater than 15. Negative 5y. Transpose negative 3x. Then 15. Okay. Mali tayo ng pag-graph ng 0, negative 3 sa y-intercept. Okay, wait lang. Let's check again itong part na to. 0, negative 3 is located in the y-intercept. So, ibig sabihin, sa y-axis dapat siya makikita. So, 0, negative 3, andito yun. Diba? Not this one. I'm sorry for that one. Okay? Then, ang slope natin is 3 over 5. So, we have 1, 2, 3. Wait lang, ano nga to? Negative 2, negative 1, 0. Then, magmo-move ka ng 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ito yun. Then, pag connectin gamit ang dash line, dapat putol-putol na lang yan. Then, ang may shade below. Okay, tama naman to. Now, si 0, 0, nasa labas siya, outside the solution region. So, dapat magpa-false to. Okay? Tama naman siya. Ganon din dito. Kahit ito yung gamitin nyo or this one, nag-false siya. So, it satisfies our graph for this given inequality. Yung number 3. Okay? So, sana malinaw yun. Okay. This one naman, negative 3x plus 2y greater than 14. So, to write the slope-intercept form, so transpose to, so that will become 2y greater than 3x plus 14. So, then, divide both side by 2. Okay, so dito, hindi siya mag-change ng direction. Okay, kasi hindi naman negative yung pinang-divide natin So, positive yun. So, y is greater than 3 over 2x plus 14 over 2 is 7. So, ang slope mo dyan is 3 over 2. Then, ang y-intercept is 7. The boundary line is dash because of the symbol greater than. Okay? Ito yung greater than na to. Then, yung solution region is above the line since the symbol is greater than. So, sa above siya. So, kapag nilocate natin, ang y-intercept natin, 0, 7, ito yon. Then, mag-move ka ng ilan? Upward ng 3. So, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, dalawa to the right. So, 1, 2. So, ito yun. Then, pag-connectin lang yung line. Yan. So, yung dash line, connect lang natin. Okay. So, sana malinaw yan. And another one, x minus 4y greater than or equal to 20. So, transpose to. So, that will gives you negative 4y less than or equal to negative x plus 20. Then, divide both side by negative 4. Yan, di ba negative yung pinang-divide mo? So, mag-iiba yung direction niya. So, magiging y is napalit na pala natin. So, una, di ba, greater than or equal yan. Then, since pinag-divide mo is negative, so magiging less than or equal to. Nag-switch siya ng direction, yung inequality natin. So, negative x over negative 4. So, parehong negative, that will become positive. So, that becomes 1 over 4x. Bakit naging 1 over 4x? Kasi di ba yung negative x, meron yung coefficient na 1. Okay? Then, dinivide mo kay negative 4. So, tinanggal lang natin yung negative. So, yung 1/4, ito yon. Then, yung variable x, ginamit natin siya as literal coefficient ni 1/4. Pwede rin to isulat kasi as x over 4. Pero malilito kasi kayo sa pagsulat or pag-identify kung ano yung slope. Baka ang mailagay nyo pa is 4. Okay? Then, 20 divided by negative 4 is negative 5. So, we now have this inequality equation or inequality mathematical sentence. Okay? Now, our slope is 1/4. Okay? And the y-intercept is 0, negative 5. Ito yon. Then, since 1/4 siya, so magmo-move ka upward ng isa. Dito yon. Then, magmo-move ka to the right ng 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ito yon. Then, pag connectin lang, gamit ang solid line. Solid line kasi yung less than or equal to yung symbol. Then, ang shaded is yung below the boundary line. Kasi ang symbol na ginamit mo dito sa final inequality mo is less than or equal to. Okay, so that's all for the linear inequalities into variables.